Thank you for joining us on Data Cloud Now, where we bring you the latest in all things data in business and industry. I'm now joined by the co-CEOs and founders of Maxa AI, Alexis Steinman and Raphael Steinman. Gentlemen, such a pleasure to have you on the program.
Great to be here.
At Maxa AI, you automate financial and operational ERP insights for finance teams. What trends are you noticing, Raphael?
Well, there's an executive that we know that has a saying that goes, "In God we trust, for everybody else, bring your own data." So actually what we're seeing is that executives have an appetite for live data in the boardroom. And they're fed up of spending their evenings and weekends and with their teams to try to coalesce this data. So the ability to have this data pre-computed, accessible live from the data cloud is completely transformational.
Thank you, Raphael. Alexi, I want to pivot and discuss the data cloud more broadly. Maxa is a powered by Snowflake partner. How does the data cloud's ease of use allow you and the team to do more for your customers?
So for us, the big game changer is to be able to be an enterprise-grade solution from launch, meaning we have the ability to sell to medium, large, extra large companies the moment we roll out our solution. We have customers in all sorts of industry verticals. There's one that we particularly like. They're called Heartprint. Okay, they're a big manufacturer. They print and produce these aluminum cans for the North American beverage industry. And Heartprint is just a great example of how we can attack and deploy customers of that profile, right? So we come with a solution that is trying to get data from multiple systems. They have 2 ERPs, a Salesforce CRM, and an internal database. Get that into one neutral Switzerland, if you like, for your data. And as a vendor, we are not proposing to create new data silos. We're removing data silos. So that's amazing. That's part of the core value prop of Snowflake. And then the question is, how can you automate the production of insights in the most cost-efficient way? So we deploy inside of their Snowflake environment. We bring all the data in one place. We can automate analytics, and they get an incredible package within a few weeks' time from start to finish. And that replaces basically months of pain of people and labor-intensive processes. So they're one of our favorite customers because I think they reciprocate and really send us back the love. So we created this little custom can to celebrate the partnership between Snowflake, Heartprint, and ourselves.
I love it. Gentlemen, I had the opportunity to host the Snowflake Startup Challenge this past June in Las Vegas, where Maxa AI walked away with the grand prize. What have the takeaways been since winning, and how has it impacted Maxa's overall trajectory? Raphael, let's start with you.
So, first and foremost, we've literally doubled our team since. So first and foremost, for hiring, it's really fun to be able to say, hey, do you want to join the winning team? So that helps a lot. But I think more importantly, it's also the vetting, the backing. So, this is a global competition. So to Alexis, what Alexi alluded earlier is we're going for extra large companies now. We're really rolling out deep in the enterprise. And having the Snowflake backing, sort of a little seal of like, this is legit, this really works, and this is actually global worthy, helps get not only the foot in the door, but also get a little faster and people want to test our technology.
And Alexi, what would you like to add?
Yeah, the credibility that we have walking into customer meetings, partner meetings, boardrooms, typically they've heard of us. And that typically just helps so much with the conversation and getting them to know our solution.
It was pretty exciting to be at the New York Stock Exchange where you both got to ring the closing bell. So it's an exciting next chapter here for Maxa AI. The talk all around us right now is about Gen AI and LLMs. For your seat, Raphael, what impact do you see this technology having across the market?
So, people have discovered Gen AI as a new way to engage with technology, but more importantly, knowledge. And as we see this being rolled out, specifically going through the enterprise, I think there's 3 topics that are really important that people have to be worried about. First of all, security. So in the data cloud, no data movement, everything stays within the customer's instance. Auditability, which means that it's not just about producing a fact. We all know LLMs hallucinate. Can you backtrack? A CFO has to be able to backtrack and prove that this number has a lineage and can be auditable. And that's something that's a little challenging for existing LLMs or existing solutions. And more importantly, governance. Not everybody in the company has access to all the answers to every question. How do you govern that? And the foundation of the data cloud offers all those governance and those capabilities. And at Maxa, we think that with our ability to bring multiple systems into one universal schema and use Snowflake's governance, we are probably the most trustworthy source of LLM knowledge that can be produced by the data cloud.
Well, gentlemen, looking forward to seeing what's next for Maxa AI. Congratulations again on winning the Startup Challenge. Such a pleasure having you on Data Cloud Now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green. I'll see you soon.